Hello, fabulous people. This is the Together podcast, and this is the place where Sharice and I come together to help you get it together for your everyday business life. So we hope you enjoy.
Good morning, everybody. We are live. I am recording. And for me, it has been already one of those days. So last night, which is what we're going to talk about today. So I changed the topic. Sorry I changed the topic on you, but I wanted to talk about what's real for me because I know it's real for everybody else. Mm-hmm. And so I want to make sure that you guys are doing what you need to be doing. Okay. So yesterday, mid-afternoon, probably about 5-ish, 4 o'clock. Mm-hmm. People started texting me and emailing me, hey, did you send me this email? I can't open it. No, I did not send you the email. Oh, shoot, I've been hacked. So dealing with that, trying to, figure out how, when I got hacked, what all is hacked, what's going on and everything. So I'm stressing over that. Simultaneously, I had a guy coming over to give me a quote on my bathroom. And so he said anywhere from $10,000 to $25,000. That's not the best quote, but we'll talk about that on another day. And in my head, I was just like, oh, shoot, oh, God, $25,000. And then at probably about 9 o'clock, which I'm still trying to do I need to pay attention to the computer all night long? Do I need to respond to people? What do I need to do? Oh, shoot, I need to come up with $25,000 to get this bathroom renovated. And then on the family text, I have an uncle that passed away.
Oh, sorry.
And so it was and then I couldn't sleep because now I got all these, what do I need to do for my family? And what do I need to do to come up with this extra $25,000? What do I need to do to fix my email? Do I need to have a security person? Do I need to call Google? Is it going to work out? Is it going to go away? Are people going to be mad at me? And so I didn't get to sleep till probably about 2 o'clock. And I started trying at about 9:30. So it was rough. So my only saving grace is I have an accountability partner. And so yesterday morning at 8 a.m., my accountability partner and we get on the phone with each other and we work for an hour. Some people call that body doubling. So we say, good morning. What's your intention for the hour? We say our intention. Then we go off camera and we work for that hour. And so I started off yesterday by 9:30 having something done that will move my business forward, that made me feel productive. Now it went all downhill at 5, but 4. But and then in between that, I was actually working and seeing clients. And so this morning, I feel like I'm behind the 8 ball. I want to talk about 2 things. I want to make sure that you guys are carving out that time in your schedule to move your business forward, to get those projects done. Because once your day starts, you don't know what's going to happen. It was a fast moving train that I could not stop. I couldn't stop. And so the importance of that, having somebody, the importance of, I'm also say doing that time blocking and figuring out how and when you're going to work on your business. And I talk to entrepreneurs about this 2 to 3 times a week. I know, and the number one thing people say is, but I don't know when I'm going to do it. That next project, that next push, that next thing that's going to get them either to the next income level or make a pivot in the business or something. And it's just my life is so full. And so it's going to require, I feel some early morning focus. I have heard a couple of 2-3 people be able to do it in the evening, but once your day starts running, it is like a freight train. It is hard to stop it.
Yes.
And so if you can capture those early morning hours before you pick up your cell phone. And I know for some of you guys, the two-step authentication requires you to keep your phone with you when you're on the computer. And so that sucks a little bit, but still, if you can try to discipline yourself to have some morning work time
Yeah.
for you to work on the business and not before the freight train basically runs over you. I feel like it ran over me yesterday, and I just couldn't get back to task or anything. Like it was just the day was just blown. So
Mm,
once I realized, oh God, I've been hacked, and then how to figure that out, like that's a whole rabbit hole of reading.
yeah.
Reading Google, calling. I can't call Google, but nevertheless, all of the things. And so that's what I want to talk about today. I want to make sure you guys are doing it. I don't even think this is going to be a long call today.
I'm about to get me off this other call.
Okay, it happened.
There we go. Yay. Thank you.
Okay. So I don't even think this is going to be a long call today. Just want to remind everybody, y'all, if you feel like you're not moving forward and you're having days like I'm having where like just something is happening, like you can't stop life. You can't stop life. So you've got to take these early morning pauses. And so we've talked about this before, but it's been a while. So I wanted to reiterate that today because that's
Yeah.
where I am. If it doesn't happen early morning and that's the only time I can move my business forward.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, me too. I'm the same. The focus is gone during the day. Once the birds start chirping and the day starts moving, it's like, oh shoot. Because
Hmm.
I even got started early this morning working
Yeah.
and went over,
Hmm.
and now it's like my day is shot. Like,
Yeah.
and I feel the same way you feel. So the energy is, right there.
Yeah.
So I have to breathe.
Mhm.
Because even if you do, like, the thing is, get as much ahead of the game as you possibly can.
Yes.
Because something is going to happen,
Yes.
period. And because I'm really not, wait a minute, let me get the right energy around it. I'm a little I'm a little pissed at my time right now because I'm like, oh, if you would have just got it done, then this wouldn't be an issue since you got this issue in the way.
Right.
So, just some stuff that could be ahead of the game. That's why it's important to make sure you have a team. You have got to
Mhm.
start having someone, you have to have a personal assistant. You have to
Yeah, there's
have
no way you
an
can do it.
admin. You cannot do it.
Mm-mm. You cannot. That's true. Thank you, Q,
No.
for all you do for me. So,
Yeah.
it is so true.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes, Q.
All right. I want to back up and remind everybody what needs to be in a morning routine. And it can be different for everybody. So it's what
Yeah.
works for you
Mm-hmm.
and testing a couple of things out to see what works for you.
Mm-hmm.
So what time works for you getting up? So what I struggle with, well, for a little time is, for a while is, I can't go to bed late and get up early. That don't work for me no more. That used to work for me back in the day. That don't work for me no more. So I have to go to bed on time to be able to wake up early. And if I don't go to bed on time, I'm not going to be able to wake up early. Like I am falling out of the bed if I did not get enough sleep. Like I'm just barely making it. So, like this morning, couldn't get the lipstick on. Like I can't get it
Yeah.
together. I can't get it together. It's just one of the
Yeah.
days because I stayed up
Yeah.
so late, so I was not able to get up early. All right,
Yeah.
so getting your nighttime routine down.
Mm-hmm.
For some people, they make their things to do list at night because they allows their brain to rest a little bit more now that they have everything written down and they know what to do in the morning. Like they
Yeah.
get up with kind of like their operating or what they need to get done in first thing in the morning. Um, that doesn't work for me because if I start writing everything down at night, now I'm thinking about,
Now you're thinking about, see,
yeah,
that is so funny. You got to
mhm,
know your personality. You got to know
gotta know your
yourself.
personality. So
Wow.
it does. So
Yeah.
I do better to watch something at night that's like kind of mindless that'll like allow me to go to sleep. It needs to be
Uh-huh.
I need to be something I've seen or heard already. So I'm not like,
Mhm.
oh, what's gonna happen next? And that's a little mindless. So that my mind will focus on the story enough to fall asleep.
Yeah.
So that's what I need
Yeah.
at night. And now in the morning, the first thing I need to do is sit down and make a things to do list. And
Okay.
what's been working for me is, and I do a morning prayer and reflection. What's working for me, what has made me feel good over the last 2 weeks is picking one thing off the list that I have to do that day.
Mm-hmm.
Now,
Mm-hmm.
ideally, I would be able to work on that before my day started, but that don't always happen. So it's having that one thing, like I'm gonna get this one thing done today, whether it's paperwork for
Mhm.
somebody or an email read. It could be that simple.
Yeah.
Paper pull down offline, making a
Mhm.
call, making a SOP, like picking one thing that I have to do that day. I do know several people who do it several different ways. And I usually teach when I'm teaching people kind of productivity, I teach them the ABC 1, 2, 3 method, which
Mhm.
is, and let me review it for those who don't know. It's where
Yeah.
you take everything on your things to do list. So you make a massive things to do list. And so you guys, I
Mhm.
do a whole 8 by 11 5 subject ring binder.
Mhm.
That's where I start. It stays by
Mhm.
my laptop, like right here on the table. And so I would tell people the ABC 1, 2, 3 method is where you write every single thing down. Every like just a brain dump. Every single thing, like just a brain dump. And then you go through and you categorize everything on the list. Okay. All right,
Okay.
everybody write this down. All right. A items are items that need to be done in the next 24 to 48 hours. Okay.
Okay.
B items need to be done in the next 72 hours to 7 days. C items in the next 7 days to 30 days. D items are anything that you can delegate. E items is extra stuff we just have on our list. There's no consequence for it. There's no nothing bad happens if we don't get it done. We just want it done. This is
Mhm.
stuff like cleaning out your email, cleaning out your closet, um, moving the chair from one side of the room to another. This is just extra
Mhm.
stuff you want done. There's no
Mhm.
penalty for not doing it done. You just want it done and it's bothering you.
Mhm.
So what will happen is we will do the extra stuff first because it's usually low hanging fruit that allows us to make us feel like we're working and getting something done.
Mhm.
And then at the end of the day, you'll say something like, I've been working all day, but I didn't really get nothing done because you didn't do the important things. You did the what felt urgent to you things. Okay.
Mhm.
So you
Mhm.
go down the list and you give everything a letter. Is it an A?
Mhm.
Is it a B? Is it a C? Is it a D item? Is it an E item? Also, some of you guys add the letter F for follow up. Anything just needs a follow up. Okay. All right. You are going to now look at all your A's that you have on the list, and then you're going to number them in priority. A1, A2, A3, A4. So if you got 4 A's on the list, you're going to number them 1, 2, 3, 4. And
Mhm.
then your goal every day. Now, Brian Tracy says, y'all know Brian Tracy is my man if y'all know me at all. Brian Tracy says your goal is to get A1 and A2 done every day. He calls that eating your frog. And so
Mhm.
he says, if you discipline yourself to eat your 2 biggest, ugliest frogs every day, you will be the most productive person you know.
Mm.
Now, getting that second thing done for me sometimes feels a little overwhelming, but I do try to get that first thing done. And that's been feeling really, really good. Okay, so that's a nice thing. Now, I know Tony Robbins talks about another way of doing it, but I haven't studied his way of doing it. Yeah, there's so many ways to be productive. I heard
Mhm.
one guy say, I don't think he necessarily prioritizes his list, but he doesn't do anything that's not on the list. And
Mhm.
so if it needs to go on the list, he goes on the list. And I think he reviews his list every day, but it
Mhm.
goes on the list. But he's disciplined himself not to put anything to put everything on the list and then go from there. So,
Mhm.
which means, because y'all like, what does that do? Which means this, he doesn't deviate from the list.
Mhm.
So he doesn't get caught off lock on these rabbit trails or, doing something else and then like, oh, shoot, I wasted 2 hours doing that because it wasn't on the
Yeah.
list. So he stays on the
Yeah.
list. So that's a really good way to do it. Having, I'm, I'm in two, I'm in two masterminds and I have an accountability partner.
Mhm.
Um, And so don't be afraid to get all of the support and accountability you need.
Mhm.
And so if it needs to be, and there are accountability groups out there you can pay for to be
Yeah.
in. There's
Yeah.
some that's for free. You can probably find one on Meetup. There's also some that you pay for. Don't be afraid to get all the support you need.
Mm-hmm.
So, the I haven't heard Sage say this, but y'all know I was in Sage's program for a hot minute. But one of the things that was rumored, because I can't remember her saying it itself, is that she was in an accountability group every day. Like every morning, she met with somebody for accountability, and this is what I'm going to get done today. And
Mm-hmm.
so now she's a multi-millionaire.
Mm-hmm.
And so that's what she needed to make it. And so don't be afraid to get the support you need, however that
Yeah.
looks. And
Yep.
yeah, I've said this multiple times. My mentor that just sold her business for 6 million, I believe, being on one call with her, I remember her saying, like, my doctor said, my therapist said, my coach said, my accountant said, my lawyer said, like, God dog it, all them people said something. And so
Yeah.
it's like, oh, wow, you have a team supporting you of
Mm-hmm.
advisors. And
Yeah.
so I see why you're making the moves you're making and how you're getting it. And so it's okay to get the support that you need. If you can't do it yourself, you can't do it yourself. If you can't work from home, stop trying to work from home. And
Right. Yeah.
so, like,
Mm-hmm.
it's okay between the library, which is free, don't forget the library, to a good hotel lobby, to it's a real nice Chick-fil-A that had a real cute setup in there that you could study in there for hours. Somewhere else, I was like, oh, I can come back here and study the car dealership. I've been in a lot of car dealerships lately. And it was one that I was like, I might need to come back here and work. It was so zen and so peaceful. And they was like, all right, but don't be mad if we try to sell you a car. Bet. If that's the only thing I got to pay is a little bit of my time. And so there's so many wonderful places where you guys can work. Maybe
Mm-hmm.
somebody else's house.
Mm-hmm.
So definitely, every now and then, my friends will come over here and we'll work and we'll do like a
Yeah.
co-working day. We'll go to
Yeah.
her leases. She has a clubhouse like in her apartment. We'll go there and work on a Saturday. Maybe like we probably need to do that again. You know, probably a 6 to 8 hour work day. Like everybody got
Mm-hmm.
their stations. You got your stacks. What do you intend to work on that day, and get it done? And so the train of life is going to keep going.
Yeah. Oh my
If
goodness.
you guys
And
know a better way, email me. But go, Sharice.
you can't let it defeat you. That's
Okay.
the whole purpose of the conversation. You
Right?
cannot let it get the best of you. You know, if you got to zen out, you know, some days it's take a nap.
Yeah.
You know, Abraham Hicks to just take a nap. Just
Just taking that.
take a nap.
Hmm.
And sometimes you just need to walk, and sometimes you just need to
That's true.
breathe deep a few times, you know, to get your momentum back, but do not let it defeat you.
Yeah.
And then you got to go into your thinking.
Yeah.
So that's when we go have to go into our abundant thinking.
Yeah.
It did not defeat you. It is not getting the best of you. It may not feel good right now, but guess
Yeah.
what? Everything is always working out for your best.
Hmm.
Things happen. And guess what? It may not have happened if you were just a little bit more organized. So let me get my butt organized.
Say that. Girl, say that. Say that.
I got to take all the responsibility.
Mm-mm.
I
I'm
have
not
to
gonna
take it
do
all.
I
Because
got
some of the things
it.
for me, I said some yeses that I said, some things I
Yeah.
said yes to that I had no business. You still doing that, girl?
Yes. Yes.
So, you know, you just got to be more mindful. What am I saying yes to? Hold on a second. Let me see what now, what are we doing?
Mm-hmm.
And
Mm-hmm.
what does this entail? And how long will this
Mm-hmm.
take? And what are the possibilities of this, you know, taking
Right?
over my day?
Yeah. Definitely so. Definitely so.
So,
Oh.
yes, a lot. But back to that organization, I think you have to figure that out. I don't
Mm-hmm.
know if I told you before, but I have an older friend, and I used to be so concerned. Like when people come into the salon, you know, I really wanted it clean. I wanted, you know, people to have a good experience.
Experience. Yeah.
But I'd be concerned about some of the things that were going on. And she'd be like, especially during the pandemic, oh my gosh, you know, you wanted everyone to feel safe and, you know, you wanted to make sure you were presenting yourself safely. And she said, girl, She said, you need to calm down. You need to quit worrying about everybody because these are grown people. They're going to worry about themselves. Your place is always nice. Your place is presentable. It's clean. You fine. If there's nothing else you can do, like you can't clean and sanitize anymore,
Mhm.
and then she said, and y'all young people, y'all worry so much about what other people think. She's like, when you get about 50, this thing gonna start leveling out. No, well, let me go backwards. She's been a client forever, and she would tell me this early on, like y'all worry too much about what people think. So then we got fast forward to the pandemic, and she was talking about y'all when y'all get about 50, it starts to level out. So I wasn't quite 50 yet. And I remember being in this, and then, girl, I turned 50 and something clicked. Something really different clicked. And I was like, oh, I know exactly what you're talking about, Miss Jean. I was like, because everyone, no matter where my friends are, everyone around me, we're all kind of just, it doesn't matter, how educated you were before, what you had, the big house, the cars, the marriage, all the beautiful things. I got so many friends who are in this chill space right now who will do anything to have that chill space. They are
Mhm.
empty nesters, some divorcees, some are in new relationships, some don't want no relationships. some, it's
Yeah.
just that everyone is in such an understanding and non-judgmental space. And I was
Yeah.
like, I see what you're talking about now.
Yeah.
I get it. I get
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
So she was like, that's when things will start to become much more organized for you because you know exactly what you want and you know how to get it. I was like,
Yeah.
okay. Yeah,
Yeah.
so that was
I
good.
think also you learn yourself.
You do. I
And
think that's the
so,
most important thing.
and I
Yeah.
think I would put it out there. Some of you guys, you've learned yourself, but you're
Mhm.
not accepting of who you are.
Yeah. The habit.
Meaning
Yeah.
something simple like, if I stay up late, I ain't gonna be able to get up early. So I'm not gonna lie to myself and tell mom I'm gonna get up at 5 a.m. knowing I ain't going to sleep till midnight. Like just stop
Mm-hmm.
it.
Mm-hmm.
And
Mm-hmm.
so um I'm not gonna get this floor swept. Let me just hire somebody to get this floor swept because I'm not gonna get this floor swept. Like accepting who you are and being okay with
Mm-hmm.
it. And then working with the natural rhythm of who you are.
Mm-hmm.
And if you're a person who can work late, you work late. If you can work early, work early. If you need to be a middle of the day person, like what do you need to do? But accepting who you are, accepting also that things take as long as they take.
Why did we believe that and it did anyway and it still is anyway?
Right? I'm gonna make it happen faster. I'm gonna make it right?
That.
I mean, the
I was
research
so
is out
mad
there.
at that.
You can ask chat most of the AI, like I'm trying to do this, and this. How long do you think it will realistically take? And we
Yeah.
still keep trying to do things in half the time,
Yeah.
and not understanding. Let's see, what else do I want for you guys today? I want y'all to know you're not making it up. You're not. It is it is trying to build a business, trying to get to that next level. At times will feel like you're walking through quicksand.
Yeah.
You're
Oh
not
yeah.
making it up. And
Mm-hmm.
so you just have to keep going. I
Yeah.
would like for you guys, those of you guys who are feeling defeated, who feeling like I can't move forward, is to
Mm-hmm.
make sure you start making a gratitude list every
Yeah.
night before
Mm-hmm.
you go to bed. Also, Dan Sullivan has a thing where every night before he goes to bed, he lists 3 wins.
Mm-hmm.
And then I think 3 things he'd like to do the next day. So he
Yeah.
keeps it really simple: 3 wins, 3 things you want to do the next day. Um, because people in general, especially entrepreneurs, especially like high achievers, is they keep moving the goalpost on themselves.
Mm-hmm.
And
Mm-hmm.
so they won't notice their accomplishments. They'll just feel like I'm never reaching a goal because they keep moving the goalpost on themselves. And
Mm-hmm.
so writing that gratitude list will definitely make you feel like you are moving forward and not moving the goalpost on yourself.
Yeah.
So, okay. Anything else you want to tell the people for today, Sharice?
I think I'll go back to what you said about really that self-awareness of getting to know who you are and what you want.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's what I'm really settling in. Oh, I can't wait to I got something to tell you. I can't tell you online, but I got something to tell you. We'll talk about it next week, but I have something to tell you. I'm excited because it was something that I had to become aware of for me that I was in such denial about. And I've been doing a lot of internal subliminal work. Like when I tell you I don't play, I can't wait to put this out for my people because I'm telling you, your sleep,
Yeah.
you have to sleep so intentional. Your sleep is so important. You have to be talking to yourself in your sleep and you have to be hearing the right things in your sleep so it can be working for you constantly.
Yeah. Yeah. And you've
Your
been saying that
consciousness
over a
needs to hear
year. 2 years,
your
maybe?
for years. And then I elevated in it in my understanding and realizing like, I have to hear this when my subconscious has to hear this when I'm in sleep mode so that I don't disrupt it with my disbelief, with my
Got
unbelief.
you.
You
Say that.
understand?
Yep.
It's just
Nope.
a lot.
I get it.
I
Yeah.
got a lot to say
Yeah.
about that. But
Yeah.
when I tell you this work works, and
Ooh.
it took me some deep work on myself to change my mind and my thinking and how I saw some things because I was seeing some stuff wrong, Natalie, and I had no one to hold accountable but me. It was
Yeah.
all on me. Like
Yeah.
something you're not seeing right.
Mm.
You got to see this thing different. So you
Got you.
have to really open your mind. You know, I tell you, I believe in open to everything and attached to nothing. Wayne
Yeah.
Dyer, that's my dude. And even with that understanding, what you mean open to everything and attached to nothing? People hear that so negatively. And it's no, you got to be fluid. You have to be open
Yeah.
to hear, feel, and see things different
Mm-hmm.
than how you have always seen it. And
Mm-hmm.
don't be attached to things that probably don't belong to you
Right.
anymore.
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
Be open. Open up your hands and let
Right.
it go and let the right things come to you instead of clenching to that thing that you think is best or is most comfortable. So that self-awareness is it.
That's it. Okay. All right, you guys. My final thoughts are today is you're not making it up. It is hard.
You're not
And so
making
you
it up.
have to do some type of time blocking, body doubling, something in your week where you can solidly work to move your business forward.
Yeah.
And I'd prefer you guys do it in the morning. So capturing that morning and getting that work done. Because once the day gone, it's gone. It's like a runaway freight train. So,
Yeah.
yep. So anyway, that's all I have for
Yay.
today.
Short,
Yay.
sweet, impactful.
There we go.
Yay.
I hope so. All right, everybody have a great day. All right, bye.
Audio Jungle.